Before we begin our journey tonight, a brief note. This episode of Sleepy Psychology is brought to you by the SAC Center, a leading telehealth clinic specializing in the testing and treatment of autism and ADHD. The SAC Center proudly serves all 50 states, bringing expert care directly to you wherever you are. To learn more about their comprehensive services and how they can help, please visit saccenter.com. Now settle into your most comfortable embrace, allowing the world outside to gently fade, like a distant whisper on the breeze. Let your body grow heavy, sinking into the soft support beneath you, and feel the quiet stillness of the evening gather around you. Tonight, we journey to a small, isolated farm in rural America, a place of quiet routines and familiar landscapes, where an ordinary evening was pierced by an extraordinary event, one that would unfold over decades, casting a long, strange shadow. We're going to explore the unsettling and widely debated case of the Allagash abductions. Imagine, if you will, the pristine wilderness of Maine, specifically the remote Allagash waterway, in the summer of 1976. This was a place of serene beauty, untouched forests and crystal-clear lakes, perfect for a peaceful camping trip. Four friends, all art students, decided to embark on a canoeing and fishing expedition. Brothers Jack and Jim Weiner, along with their friends Chuck Rack and Charlie Faltz. They were experienced outdoorsmen, seeking nothing more than the tranquility of nature and the thrill of a good catch. It was the evening of August 20th. The four men had set up their camp on the shore of a beautiful, isolated lake. The air was cool and still, the kind of night where the sounds of the wilderness feel close and comforting. After a day of fishing, they decided to try something a little different: night fishing. The water was calm, reflecting the countless stars above, creating a truly mesmerizing scene. They built a large bonfire on the shore to provide light and warmth for their camp, a beacon in the vast darkness. Then, taking their canoe, they paddled out into the center of the lake, hoping to attract fish to the light of their headlamps. The silence out on the water was profound, broken only by the gentle dip of their paddles and the occasional splash of a fish. As they drifted, something unusual appeared in the sky above the treeline. It was a single, intensely bright light, unlike any star or aircraft they had ever seen. It began to move slowly, deliberately towards them. At first, they thought it might be a helicopter from the Forest Service, but its silence was unnerving. As it drew closer, the light became immense, almost overwhelming, and they could discern that it was emanating from a large disc-shaped object. It seemed to pulsate with various colors: red, yellow, green, creating an eerie, silent light show in the night sky. The men, fascinated and a little apprehensive, watched as the object hovered silently above the trees, directly over their bonfire. It was enormous, dominating the night sky. Then an incredibly bright beam of light shot down from the craft, illuminating their bonfire with an intensity that seemed unnatural. This light was so focused, so brilliant, that it extinguished their roaring bonfire in an instant, as if it had never existed. One moment, a blazing fire; the next, absolute darkness, leaving behind only smoldering embers and a lingering smell. This sudden, inexplicable event caused them to panic. Their tranquil night had turned profoundly unsettling. They quickly paddled their canoe back towards the shore, desperate to escape the immediate vicinity of the strange craft. Their last conscious memory was the blinding light of the object above them. Then, nothing. The next thing they remembered was paddling back to their camp, feeling utterly disoriented. The sun was rising, casting long shadows across the lake. They were exhausted, far more tired than they should have been after a night of fishing. Their watches indicated that they had been out on the water for several hours longer than they could account for. They had a distinct sense of missing time, a void in their collective memory of the night. Despite their confusion, they packed up their camp and continued their trip as planned, trying to rationalize what had happened as some kind of strange disorientation or sleep deprivation. However, the experience began to haunt them almost immediately. All four men started experiencing vivid, disturbing nightmares, often simultaneously even when they were miles apart. The dreams were fragmented at first, filled with images of strange, large-headed beings, bright lights, and unsettling examinations. They also developed peculiar physical symptoms, strange circular marks on their bodies, and an unusual sensitivity to light. Years passed, and the nightmares became more intense and specific. Jim Weiner, in particular, suffered greatly from these recurring terrors. He began to explore the possibility of a UFO abduction, eventually contacting a renowned UFO researcher, Raymond Fowler, in 1988. Fowler, recognizing the consistency and severity of their shared symptoms, suggested that they undergo hypnotic regression to try and unlock the repressed memories of that missing time. Reluctantly, all four men agreed to be hypnotized, separately and without knowledge of each other's sessions, by a qualified hypnotherapist. What emerged from these sessions was truly astonishing, revealing a remarkably consistent, disturbing narrative that corroborated many classic alien abduction tropes. Under hypnosis, each man independently recalled being taken from their canoe by the strange beings they had seen in their nightmares. They described being floated or levitated up into the hovering disk, finding themselves inside a dimly lit circular chamber. They consistently described their captors as small, gray-skinned beings with very large heads and large, dark, wraparound eyes. These beings communicated telepathically, their voices heard directly in their minds, rather than through spoken words. The accounts diverged slightly in specifics, but the core events were chillingly similar. Each man recalled being subjected to a series of invasive physical examinations. They described being stripped, placed on cold, hard tables, and having various instruments used on them. Jack and Jim, being brothers, recalled similar procedures, including what felt like a device being inserted into their nasal passages or ears, causing a painful sensation. Chuck remembered a large, needle-like instrument being inserted into his neck. Charlie spoke of a glowing probe being moved over his skin. The beings seemed particularly interested in their reproductive systems and nervous systems. A particularly eerie detail recalled by several of the men under hypnosis was the sensation of being exchanged or rotated between different examination rooms, as if they were specimens being processed. They also remembered seeing other human-like figures in various states of examination or distress, though these figures were always blurred or indistinct, as if their memories were preventing them from fully registering these other individuals. One of the most unsettling aspects revealed under hypnosis was the method of communication. The beings did not speak, but rather projected images and feelings directly into the minds of the abductees. This created a sense of overwhelming psychological intrusion, adding to their terror and disorientation. They felt profoundly helpless, unable to resist or even fully comprehend what was happening to them. After the examinations, each man recalled being returned to the canoe, just before dawn. The memory of the light fading and then the sudden disorientation, followed by the sun rising, created the seamless transition that had initially masked the abduction. The Allagash abductions case gained significant attention due to the high credibility of the witnesses, respected individuals with no history of mental illness or substance abuse, and the remarkable consistency of their separate hypnotic regressions. Skeptics, as always, pointed to the possibility of shared delusion, suggestibility under hypnosis, or the subconscious influence of popular UFO culture. However, the unique details, the persistent physical and psychological symptoms, and the long duration of their suffering before seeking answers, lend a compelling weight to their extraordinary claims. For the four men, the experience marked them deeply. While they found some solace in understanding what had happened during their missing hours, the memories continued to haunt them. It changed their perspectives on life, on the universe, and on their place within it. The vast, serene wilderness of Maine, once a place of pure escape, now held a strange and unsettling memory of an encounter with the unknown. It serves as a stark reminder that even in the most isolated and peaceful corners of our world, the boundaries of our understanding can be pierced by something profoundly alien, leaving an indelible mark on those who encounter it. As the echoes of this unsettling tale gently fade into the background, allow your own body to sink deeper into the comfort beneath you. Release any tension, any lingering thoughts, allowing them to dissipate like wisps of smoke in the evening air. There is nothing left to hold on to, nothing to strive for, simply the peaceful expanse of your own being. Now let us gently guide your awareness to your breath, that soft, steady rhythm that anchors you to this very moment. Feel the cool air as it enters your nostrils, and the warm air as it gently leaves. Don't try to change your breath, just observe its natural flow, like a gentle tide ebbing and flowing. With each inhale, imagine drawing in calm and tranquility. With each exhale, release any remaining worries or tension. Imagine, if you will, a soft, warm glow beginning to emanate from the very center of your chest, right around your heart. This glow is a feeling of deep peace, a sense of quiet contentment and safety. As you breathe in, imagine this glow expanding, gently filling your chest, a soft, radiant warmth spreading throughout your core. And as you breathe out, feel any lingering tension or discomfort gently melting away, like snow under a warm sun. Allow this peaceful glow to spread slowly, deliberately, downwards through your torso. Feel it dissolving any tightness in your stomach, your lower back, your hips. Imagine every muscle, every fiber in this area softening, releasing, becoming wonderfully relaxed. Let the warmth flow into your thighs, down through your knees, into your calves, and finally into your feet. Feel your feet becoming heavy and grounded, completely at ease, as if they are rooted to the earth beneath you. Now let this peaceful glow travel upwards from your chest into your shoulders. Feel your shoulders gently dropping, releasing any weight they might be carrying from the day. Allow this warmth to flow down your arms, through your elbows, forearms, wrists, and into your hands. Feel your fingers softly uncurl, becoming light and free, completely devoid of tension. Finally, let the peaceful glow ascend into your neck, releasing any stiffness or tension. Feel it gently soothe the muscles around your jaw, allowing your teeth to slightly part, your tongue to rest softly in your mouth. Let it relax your temples, your eyes, as if a gentle hand is smoothing away all worries. Imagine your forehead becoming smooth and uncreased, your scalp completely relaxed. The warmth now encompasses your entire head, bringing a sense of profound calm to your mind, quietening any restless thoughts. You are now completely immersed in this gentle, peaceful glow. From the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, every part of you is relaxed, at ease, and profoundly still. Rest in this space, suspended between wakefulness and slumber, allowing the quiet rhythm of your breath to carry you deeper into tranquility. There is nothing to do, nothing to think, simply to be. Allow yourself to drift, to float, to surrender to the sweet embrace of sleep. You are safe, you are warm, and you are deeply at peace. Good night.